This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by the Topsfield Fair.
At the Topsfield Fair, fun is around every corner. Experience the thrills, flavors, and entertainment you won't forget. From award-winning bites to exciting live shows, prize-winning fun awaits you at the Topsfield Fair, October 3rd to the 13th.
Insights coming at you on a Thursday. Meteorologist Danielle here. A reminder, you can watch weather anytime, anywhere with our 24/7 continuous weather stream. If you have a smart TV, open up the YouTube app, search 1 Degree Outside Network. You'll see the little live circle. You can watch us that way, always at 1degreeoutside.live and at the top of our free 1 Degree Outside weather app. All right, insights today. In this video, we're going to cover fall officially beginning on Monday, though it'll feel like it this weekend. Cool, crisp air moving in means chilly overnight. Some frost details for Friday night and Saturday night in spots, and then warming up again next week, at least some days. Tuesday especially, it looks like highs may climb back into the 80s in some spots. So some ups and downs temperature-wise here. Let's talk tropics briefly. There's a few interesting things on the map. So a wave of low pressure came off the west coast of Africa. Cluster of thunderstorms, low chance of development as it makes westward progress. We also actually have a cluster of thunderstorms not named or anything, but over Puerto Rico, bringing some heavy rain over the next 24 to 48 hours, some localized flooding and mudslides possible there. Wait a sec. Where's Tropical Storm Gabrielle? She is struggling for a couple different reasons. So there's a circulation, but dry air has gotten sucked into the center of the storm. So that, combined with the fact that there's been some vertical wind shear or wind that tends to rip tropical systems apart, she's battling back against these two things. So there's clusters of thunderstorms on the northeast and southeast side of her, but her initial kind of 45-mile-per-hour wind gust may be a little bit generous here. If she can overcome these couple of obstacles here in the coming days, she will likely remain a tropical storm, but then eventually strengthen as she's out over warm ocean water with less wind shear and less dry air heading into the start of next week, curving out to sea, maybe a Category 1 hurricane at that point. Bermuda, likely a pass to the east with some big surf and swell there. So we'll keep you posted on that. Meantime, you can track the tropics on our free weather app, along with the 14-day, the hourly forecast, pinpoint your exact location. Give it a try. It's free. Thousands of 5-star reviews. Think you're gonna love it. So let us know. Weather map on Friday. Some thunderstorms in the Midwest. Nation overall is pretty quiet, though. A couple different areas have high pressure over the eastern seaboard. This one's going to be actually coming into New England and bringing that reinforcing shot of cool air. So if you put the temperatures on here, the Intermountain West is cool. The Northern Plains a little bit cool, and for us here at home. But there is still warmth, 70s, 80s, even some 90s still at play through the upcoming weekend, and that warmth and humidity will breed some thunderstorms in these areas from the Tennessee River Valley into the Central Plains, some locally heavy rainfall, localized flash flooding, and some strong to severe thunderstorms on Sunday from the Midwest stretching back down into the Tennessee River Valley. Some of that warmth wants to try to push in, but that high with that wind off the ocean keeping us on the cooler side through the upcoming weekend. And then when the wind shifts around, we can get some of that warmth to build back in. So bottom line, soak it up with this high building in. Yes, I know we could use some rain from the drought-stricken areas, but for outdoor plans, it's good to go. For Friday, for Saturday, for Sunday, for Monday, sun and clouds, a little bit milder on Monday, and then a couple of showers possible in northern New England. We may get into some showers through the middle part of next week, but doesn't look like a whole lot of rainfall, if anything. We'll keep you posted, of course, on that in the coming days. Otherwise, high temperatures will top out still 75 to 80 tomorrow in southern New England for Friday. Northern New England, we're in the 60s. So although a cold front comes in, the cooler air lags behind it just a little bit. So still a mild day in southern New England. The wind shifts around out of the northwest and will subside a little bit during the overnight. So we're in the 40s to around 50 in far southern New England, but look at the 30s, even a couple 20s in far northern New England. So we've put the blue shaded areas on here representing scattered frost that will develop Friday night. So notice a lot of central and northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, western and northern Maine, where the temperatures will dip into the low to mid 30s, a hard freeze in spots too. Look at that, from Marshfield to back up to Island Pond, Vermont, Whitefield, and in some of the colder spots will be at or below freezing for a few hours, and that's that hard freeze that's represented. So if you're in those spots, just be aware of the fact that you want to protect your plants. We're at that time of the year, though, where we get our typical first frost and the end to the growing season in those areas. Saturday, high temperatures, 60s to around 70. Beautiful day, but slightly cooler than average. Once again, Saturday's night is going to be chilly. In fact, a few degrees cooler perhaps than Friday night. Widespread 40s in southern New England. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple upper 30s through the interior of southern New England, and many spots that are in the mid to lower 30s in northern New England. So the frost potential on Saturday night comes down a little bit farther south in some of the valleys here in Vermont and central New Hampshire, and a little bit of a larger area across northwestern Maine as well, with the temperatures in the low to mid 30s in those spots. Sunday, we rebound into the low 70s. So the crisp, dry air cools quickly and allows us to get chilly overnight, but also warms quickly. So a very pleasant day. 60s for southeastern New England to near 70 degrees, and that includes for the Pats. Really pleasant game for the Steelers coming to town, 1 p.m. 60s for tailgating, up around 70. Sunshine, some wispy clouds. The wind may start out of the northwest, but won't be a big issue, and then will ease and kind of shift around during the second half of the game. Sunday night, just want to show this, won't be as cold. Most of us in the 40s to lower 50s. We get some high, thin clouds. And then Monday, well into the 70s again, a near or slightly above average day with lots of sunshine. And Monday is the day that fall officially begins. Of course, the tilt of the earth, indicating the seasons. Autumnal equinox, typically happening September 22nd or 23rd, depending on the year. The official time of the equinox this year is 2:19 p.m. A reminder, if you like our content, you can get more as a member for membership levels. All the info at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. We appreciate your support. And if you want some of our merchandise to rep the brand, swag.onedegreeoutside.com.